Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our Now Playing series. And this episode is going to be all about Geoguessr. And if you'll notice, one snafu that a lot of people have trouble with is Geoguessr is not actually spelled correctly. So be careful when you do that. It's Geoguessr. And we're just going to Google that. And the first thing is going to pop up is Geoguessr, and we're going to let that load for a second. So I use Geoguessr in my classroom for inferencing a lot of times, and you'll see why here in just a second. And then obviously with social studies. So your kids are going to get this page when it pops up when they go to this website. And they can either sign up, or they don't have to. There are some features and some pros to signing up. So I'm going to go ahead. I signed up. It is one-click Google sign-on, so you can just log in with your Google account. So there's not an extra password or username. And once you've done that, your kids will notice that they have their name up here, but then they have this guy right here where they have options of all different types of maps, and you'll get to see the most popular maps and then any new maps. So we're going to go to the famous places map. And once we go here, we're going to have another option. We're going to have an option just to single play, or we're going to have an option to challenge someone. So let's look at the feature of just single play. So I'm going to click play. And what Geoguessr does is it takes Pin Man and it drops him somewhere in the world. And oh, that's really cool. So remember, I'm playing famous places. So you have the ability to look around and try to figure out where you are. You can move anywhere those arrows tell you you can move. You can move. And so now you can see why in the world inferencing would be great with this. So I'm trying to look at that little guy right here, trying to see people. Looks like they're wearing some type of coat. Maybe that's a really big a really big waterfall. And so then what they do is they come over here, and my plus sign now has to go where I think I'm at. So I can actually zoom in, because that's kind of like what I like to do. So I'm going to zoom in, and I am going to click there and click make a guess. And the closer I am, which I was not close at all, but the closer I am, the more points that I get. So you'll see that it tells me how far away I was and then that I didn't get any points. So I'm going to click the next one, and it'll take them through 5 rounds. And so now it's dropped me somewhere else, and I can see the architecture, and you can talk about this in art. Here's the different types of ambulances. That'd be kind of cool to see if we can see some writing and so forth. And so then I make a guess of where in the world I think that I am, and I will see how close I am and see if I get any points this time. So hey, I got 42 points this time. So just a cool tool to use within instruction, or if kids get finished with an assignment that is still educational. And when they get finished, they can challenge other players to try to beat their score. So let me show you how that will look. So I just clicked Geoguessr logo to go back to the main page, and I was on famous places. Let's click United States this time. And there are more official maps if you want to check those out. So now I'm going to click challenge, and when I click challenge, it'll say, hey, do you want to search for a friend? You can search for a friend. However, if you just click the next button, it's going to give you a URL. That what I have kids do is I have kids copy this and paste it in their Google Keep, or they can paste it in a Google Doc or whatever, and then share it with the person that you want to play with. And then that person can get the exact same map that you're getting ready to play on. So that's how the whole challenger mode works. It's totally up to you as a teacher if you want your kids doing the challenger, or if you want them just doing the basic play single player. The kids can earn badges if you, depending on the amount of points that they get. So that's kind of fun, and how many maps that they have completed. Also, their current events is what they've played or what they've opened. And so you can see these are the ones that I've opened up just recently. And now I wanted to talk real quick about this where it says create a new map. So I got in here, I was really excited because I hadn't seen that feature before. And I got in here and it lets me create a map. But when I go to actually publish it, it makes me have the pro, which is no fun. But that's up to you, whether or not your school wants to support that. It is really neat. But there are other ways that I can show you that you do not have to pay for using Google My Maps and Street View, both. So just know that that's what that button is. But like I said, I got to the end of it and it was like, you have to have a pro account. Shucks. So anyway, so that's Geoguessr. I can't wait to hear how you guys use this in your classroom. And if you need anything or have any trouble, please feel free to reach out.